Hey all, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to understand how switch do broadcast, unicast, unicast flooding, unknown unicast. Before that, let's just understand what is a broadcast. So, what is a broadcast? Broadcast means whenever an intermediate device like switch router gets the data. Let's say this is our switch. Whenever this device will get the data, and it is connected with multiple ports, multiple interface, where each are connecting with end devices. Whenever a data is coming to this device, it is getting to all the nodes. The data is getting transferred to all the nodes. This scenario is called broadcast. If it is multicast means if we have a switch over here, and this is one PC, this is one PC, and this is one PC. This is your IT team. This is your HR team laptop. Any data coming to this intermediate device, going to a particular node, let's say IT team or HR team. This scenario is called multicast. If it is unicast means whenever a switch is getting a data, it will go to a particular nodes from a particular node. So this scenario of intermediate device sending data to only one node is called unicast. So unicast means one to one, broadcast means one to all, and multicast means one to many. So this is about broadcast, multicast, and unicast. There's one more process is called anycast. Anycast means sending. Let's say this is our device, and this device is needs to send data to, let's say, this device. Okay, so what are the ways it can directly send to this device, right? But it will choose to go the shortest distance. So this is a anycast. Anycast is a special type of unicast where we use shortest path. So this is about broadcast, multicast, unicast, and anycast. Now we will understand how when switch do all these activities: broadcast, unicast flooding, and unknown unicast. So for broadcast, whenever a switch is just rebooted and MAC table or CAM table is empty, in this scenario, switch do broadcast. Let us understand. Let's say this is our switch and it is connected with lots of end devices, and this is the sender of data. It is connected over here. So this is APC. APC want to communicate with any of these PC. So how switch will transmit the data? Let's say one frame comes, okay. So the switch will accept it and check for its MAC table. And if the MAC table is empty, switch doesn't know about the destined MAC address, destined's destination. In that way, switch do look up to its MAC table and doesn't find any entry. In that way, in that process, switch do broadcast. Broadcast means it send that frame to all the nodes, and all the nodes will check that frame to know whether the data is destined to them or not. So let's say the data reach here for this device, this device, this device. They'll check ether frame destination MAC address. They will check ether frame destination MAC address. If it is its own MAC address, then they will accept, or else they will discard it. At T, it will check the ether frame which is coming to it. If it is the destination MAC address of that ether frame is its MAC address. In that way, the switch, the this DPC will accept the data, and this process of sending data to all the nodes is called broadcast. Now we will understand what is unicast. Unicast is when the switch MAC table is up to date, and switch knows about switch is having all the information of all the nodes. In that way, having all info. In that way, let's say this is our switch. This is one PC connected to this. This is one PC. This is one PC. This is one more PC. This D, C, B. Okay, let's say this A is sending data to D. The data is going like this with the ether frame, and then once it reach here, it look up its MAC table, and MAC table is updated. It is having all the port and MAC address of all these devices connected to the LAN environment. In that way, switch knows, okay, this is the MAC address. This is the destination MAC address of this data. Let me forward this traffic to this node, and that way D is getting data directly. This is one-to-one communication. So this way it is unicast. So broadcast and unicast happen like this. Now we'll move to unicast flooding. Unicast flooding is a special type of case where a switch, where let's say this is a switch. When user system connected on switch consists destination MAC address in its ARP cache entry, but that information removed from CAM table as it expires. Then with the help of ASIC chip, switch use unicast flooding method to know about the destination MAC address. Okay. So this is a switch, and we have our PC here. Let's say we have four PC again, A, B, C, D. So let's say we have to send data from A to D. If I log into this PC, if I check for its R cache memory, it is having the entry of the MAC address of D. It is aware of the destination MAC address of D. But when I check the MAC address of this switch, MAC address table of this switch, its entry is aged out. If you are not aware of what is MAC aging, please check out my video. I'll put the link in my description. So what is MAC aging? MAC aging is for a particular time our entries are getting in the table of switch. In that process, when the switch is not aware of all the nodes, all the receiving nodes, it expires the entry get expired, but the PC knows about the destination MAC address. In that way, what switch will do? Switch will follow a unicast flooding method. It will simply send the unicast flooding message to all the nodes asking for their MAC address, and that process of sending the messages to all the nodes to get their MAC addresses is called unicast flooding. It again goes to it again goes to all the nodes except from which the receiver is connected with the switch. So this is unicast flooding, and the process happen in the same network, means only one switch. So this is the case. Let's now understand what is unknown unicast. Unknown unicast is a special type of unicast where switch share their MAC addresses table with, of their nodes. Let's say when a particular switch receives destination user MAC address information from the neighbor switch, that processor is called unknown unicast. Let's say this is a switch B, this is a switch A. This is having a information of PC 1 and 2, and this is having a PC 3 and 4. If one is pinging PC 4, the switch is sharing their MAC addresses. In that process of sharing MAC address table between each other, A is getting switch is getting know that what is the MAC address of 4, and once it get to know the MAC addresses of 4 PC, then it is one-to-one connection. So this is called unknown unicast. Unknown unicast. So it can directly ping PC 4 with the help of relationship between the switches of sharing their MAC addresses information, and this processor is called unknown unicast. So this is about the switch transmit data processes how switch in how many ways switch transfer the data. So it transferred in either in broadcast, unicast, or unicast flooding, and unknown unicast. I hope this is clear. If any doubt is there, please comment below of this video. Thank you. Meet you in the next video.